Sherry Ann is a Billboard top-selling artist, a motivational speaker, and her story of how she was able to follow her dreams to become one of the country's top gospel singers has been helping also others to inspire them to also accomplish their dreams. Taking a break from her busy tour to stop by our studio is Sherry Ann herself. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Michael.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
To see you. Thank you so much for taking time to be with us. And I'm so excited to be able to dive into your story because we have a mutual friend who told me that you were going to be coming through town, and she shared with me everything that you've accomplished, and it really is amazing. And so for some folks that maybe aren't familiar with your story, how did you start in music?
Oh my goodness. So both of my parents were ballroom dance instructors, and I've always heard music since I was a little girl, and more importantly, I felt music. And so, which is interesting because being hearing impaired, I've lost hearing in both ears from birth.
Wow.
To be able to feel the music and have it excite me and move me at such a young age then propelled me to want to do that as time went on.
Yeah, so talk to me about how you really discovered that you had this gift of singing, and how you were able to work to really craft that.
I know, and it's so tricky because you wouldn't think that being hearing impaired you would be able to sing, but with that desire that I believe God put in me from the time I was a little girl, I did continue to sing wherever I could in school. I sang in small county, then all county, and I did some theater, and you know, hearing impaired people are very expressive. And I took speech therapy for 7 years, but here's the key, my hearing impairment wasn't detected until I was 5 years of age.
Really?
Because I was lip reading all this time and feeling the music and moving with the music, but doing poor in school, failing out of kindergarten. My parents had split about that time, so they just thought maybe I was acting out and being a problem child. But once they found out that it was a hearing loss through a physical, they gave me my first hearing aid, my grades got better, gave me my second hearing aid, my grades just catapulted. And so from there I began to achieve and I began to excel and explore with different things in school. And then I began to eventually, further down the road, I did take some voice lessons, which helped tremendously.
Yeah, that's an absolutely amazing story to me. And you, since then, you've gone to really produce some wonderful products, and then also you've been performing. I saw you perform with the Gaithers, and you've had some wonderful opportunities in music. And so, tell me where this journey of music has been able to take you.
So yes, being with the Gaithers was just so incredible and inspiring to me because they inspired me initially to sing gospel music. I wasn't raised with gospel music, but came to love it and know it, and it became a very important, critical part of my life. My faith got me through those challenges and those difficult times in life. And so through that, I appeared with Bill Gaither and the Homecoming Friends a number of times, Dollywood, Silver Dollar City for the very first time.
You've been in our own backyard. What did you think of Silver Dollar City? Isn't it wonderful?
I loved it. It's magnificent. And the people are so friendly, and the faith just, it's all throughout the park. And it was just so fun and uplifting and encouraging to me. And then I was able to do a DVD that is closed caption for the hearing impaired.
That's right. This is Sherry Ann Live, and this one actually was on the Billboard top list, right?
It charted on Billboard number 5, and it's closed caption for the hearing impaired.
That's so great.
And so with that, I've been able to then go and do women's conferences, singles conferences, pro-life banquets, because that's just a whole nother part of my life and a story where I almost wasn't here just because of all the difficulties and growing up. But I am here, and I'm grateful that I'm able to share my story of overcoming, that if God can use a hearing and speech impaired girl to speak and sing for a living, what would stop him from using anybody out there to be all that they can be?
Yeah, Sherry Ann, I want to ask you also, maybe for some folks that are watching us that have had this dream that they've always wanted to accomplish, that but maybe they've had something that they felt like is something that holds them back. What's your advice to them to be able to really run towards that and to be able to accomplish that?
I think when God puts something in your heart, he's going to make a way for that plan to come to pass. But the key is to follow in his steps, follow in his way. And I didn't get to sing and speak right away. I was actually a chiropractor for 21 years.
Wow.
And it was actually, and so trust God to see you through. Because I never thought being a chiropractor for 21 years, I would eventually get to my goal and dream of singing and speaking for a living. But that was how I met the Gaithers, was through that connection of being a chiropractor.
Wow.
Which then led to relationships, which then led to this career, ultimately, a ministry, a calling. So trust God. He has a plan, and when you think he's not working, he is. You don't always see his hand, but I heard the expression, trust his heart.
Yeah.
And stay in the Word, stay connected to, just having faith and believing that over time you will see the fruit of your labor, the fruit of your work. Work hard. And I would say to be always trusting that there is a greater plan, you just can't see it all yet.
Well, Sherry Ann, of course, as we mentioned, travels all over the country and really all over the world, singing as well as speaking in various events. And she actually has a new album. It's called Stand, which you can purchase by going to her website, which is sherryann.com. Wonderful, wonderful. I know you have a lot of other products on there as well. Sherry Ann, I've so enjoyed meeting you, and we're going to be sure to put a link to all of these things on ky3.com. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.